Imagine needing urgent help with your pension payment, but spending hours navigating through confusing phone menus and waiting on hold, not knowing if you even dialed the right number. For thousands of Australian seniors, this frustration is all too real. But what if I told you there is a dedicated line designed specifically for older Australians that can connect you to help faster than you ever thought possible? Today, we are diving into Centrelink's contact system and the critical updates every senior needs to know right now. Welcome back to my channel, where we break down the essential information that helps Australian seniors navigate their entitlements with confidence. If you are receiving the age pension, Commonwealth Seniors Health Card, Pensioner Concession Card, or any support through Centrelink, this video could save you hours of frustration and help you get the assistance you need when you need it most. We are covering everything from the specific phone numbers you should be using to the best times to call, alternative contact methods, and some important recent updates that affect how you interact with Centrelink. So let us get started with what matters most to you. The most important number for older Australians to remember is 132 300. This is Centrelink's dedicated Older Australians line, specifically designed to help with age pension, Commonwealth Seniors Health Card, Pensioner Concession Card, and other services relevant to seniors. This is not the general Centrelink number that everyone else uses. This line is staffed by officers who specialize in issues affecting older Australians, which means they understand your specific circumstances and can provide more targeted assistance. The Older Australians line operates Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. It is crucial to note that these are local business hours, so depending on which state or territory you are calling from, the times correspond to your local time zone. This line is closed on public holidays and weekends, so plan your calls accordingly. If you need assistance outside these hours, there are other options available, which we will discuss shortly. When you call 132 300, you will likely encounter an automated menu system first. This system is designed to direct your call to the right department based on your needs. You will need to have your customer reference number ready, which is your unique Centrelink identifier. This number is typically found on any correspondence you have received from Centrelink, on your pensioner concession card, or in your MyGov account. Having this number ready before you call will speed up the process significantly. Now let us talk about timing, because when you call can make a huge difference in how long you wait. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are typically the busiest days for Centrelink, so if possible, avoid calling on these days. Monday mornings are also quite busy as people try to resolve issues from the weekend. The best times to call are usually mid-morning around 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. or mid-afternoon around 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Mondays, Thursdays, or Fridays. Early morning calls right at 8 a.m. can also be effective, though you may still experience some wait time as other early callers have the same strategy. For situations where you need help outside of regular business hours, Centrelink offers a 24-hour self-service phone line at 136 240. This automated system allows you to check your payment details, update certain information, and manage your account without speaking to a person. You will need your customer access number and your PIN to use this service. The customer access number is usually the same as your customer reference number, though in some cases they may differ, particularly if you have claimed benefits online. The automated system can handle many routine tasks, like checking your next payment date, updating your address, or reporting income. However, for complex issues or questions that require human judgment, you will need to call during business hours and speak with an officer. Beyond phone contact, there are several other ways to connect with Centrelink that might be more convenient depending on your situation and comfort with technology. The MyGov online portal is increasingly becoming the primary way that Centrelink expects people to manage their accounts. If you have access to a computer, tablet, or smartphone and feel comfortable using them, the MyGov system allows you to view your payment details, report income, update your personal information, submit documents, and even lodge claims without ever picking up the phone. Many seniors find this convenient because you can do it at any time of day or night, and there are no wait times. You can also save copies of your correspondence and track the progress of any claims or updates you have submitted. If you need help specifically with your MyGov account or assistance linking your MyGov account to Centrelink, there is a dedicated MyGov helpline available. This can be particularly useful if you are trying to set up online access for the first time or if you have been locked out of your account. The staff on this line are trained specifically in helping people navigate the technical aspects of the MyGov system. For seniors who need specialized assistance with aged care matters, Services Australia operates an aged care line at 1800 227 475. This line can help with questions about aged care assessments, residential care, home care packages, and how your pension may be affected by entering aged care. The aged care system is complex and often intersects with your Centrelink entitlements, so having access to specialists who understand both systems can be invaluable. There is also a dedicated line for grandparents, foster carers, and kinship carers at 1800 245 965, operating Monday to Friday from 8:30 am to 4:30 pm. If you are caring for grandchildren or other children in a formal or informal capacity, this line can help you understand what financial support might be available, including assistance with childcare costs, healthcare through Medicare, and other benefits. Grandparent carers often do not realize they may be eligible for specific support, so this service can open doors you did not know existed. Now, let us talk about some important recent updates that affect how seniors interact with Centrelink. One significant change that has been implemented concerns identity verification requirements. Centrelink has tightened its compliance measures to ensure the integrity of the welfare system, and this includes mandatory identity document revalidation for age pension recipients. If you have not updated your identification documents in the past 12 months, or if you are using outdated forms of identification such as expired documents, handwritten birth certificates, or foreign-issued identification that has not been verified recently, you may be required to complete a revalidation process. The government recently extended the deadline for this identity revalidation, giving seniors additional time to comply without risking suspension of their payments. This extension recognizes that many older Australians may find the process confusing or may have difficulty accessing the necessary documents or services to complete the revalidation. If Centrelink has contacted you about identity verification, it is crucial that you respond and complete the process. Failure to do so could result in temporary suspension of your age pension payments until the matter is resolved. The good news is that Centrelink has made multiple verification options available. You can complete the process online through your MyGov account if you have digital copies of your identification documents. You can also visit a Centrelink service center in person, where staff can verify your documents on the spot. Additionally, if you have an authorized nominee on your Centrelink account, such as a family member or carer, they can assist you with the identity verification process. If you are unsure whether your current documentation meets the requirements, contact the Older Australians line at 132 300 and they can guide you through what is needed. Another important update relates to payment reporting requirements and how you notify Centrelink of changes to your circumstances. If you are receiving the age pension and have employment income, even casual or part-time work, you must report this income to Centrelink. The reporting requirements can be done online through MyGov, through the automated phone system at 136 240, or by calling the Older Australians line during business hours. It is critical that you report by 5 p.m. on the day Centrelink asks you to report, even if you have no income to declare for that period. Late reporting can result in payment delays or even cancellation, which creates stress and financial difficulty while you work to have your payments reinstated. If you are planning to travel overseas, you must contact Centrelink the day before you leave Australia. This is a strict requirement because your payment amount may change depending on how long you are away and which country you are traveling to. Australia has social security agreements with some countries that affect how your pension is calculated while you are abroad. Failing to notify Centrelink before you leave can result in overpayments that you will have to repay later or underpayments that leave you short of funds while traveling. The Older Australians line can provide specific information about how your travel plans will affect your pension and what documentation you may need. Changes to your living arrangements also need to be reported promptly. If you move to a new address, start living with a partner, separate from a partner, or change your relationship status in any way, these all affect how your pension is calculated. The assets test and income test are applied differently depending on whether you are single or part of a couple. If your partner passes away, Centrelink needs to reassess your income and assets as a single person, which usually results in an increase to your pension payment. While this is a difficult time emotionally, it is important to notify Centrelink so that you receive the correct payment amount. Financial changes also require notification. If you sell property, receive an inheritance, close or open bank accounts, buy or sell shares or other investments, or make any other significant changes to your financial situation, Centrelink needs to know. These changes can affect your eligibility for the age pension or the amount you receive. It is always better to report changes promptly rather than risk receiving incorrect payments that later result in a debt you must repay to the government. Centrepay is a useful service that many pensioners are not aware of. This is a free bill-paying service offered by Centrelink that allows you to set up automatic deductions from your pension payment to cover regular bills such as rent, electricity, gas, phone, or internet. The deductions are taken before the money hits your bank account, which helps ensure that essential bills are always paid on time. You can set up Centrepay deductions through your MyGov account or by contacting the Older Australians line. This service can provide peace of mind and help with budgeting, particularly if you find it challenging to manage multiple bills with different due dates. If you speak a language other than English and would prefer assistance in your native language, Centrelink offers multilingual services. When you call 132-300, you can request to speak with a bilingual service officer or use the interpreter service. Centrelink has information available in many languages about payments and services. Do not let language barriers prevent you from accessing the help and entitlements you deserve. The staff are trained to work with interpreters and understand that clear communication is essential for you to understand your rights and obligations. For seniors experiencing financial hardship, there are additional support options beyond the standard age pension. If you have an overdrawn bank account and are having trouble accessing your pension payment, Centrelink may be able to help by arranging alternative payment methods. If you are struggling with the cost of essential services, programs like the Home Energy Emergency Assistance Scheme may be available in your state. Centrelink can also provide information about advance payments if you need access to funds more quickly for emergency situations, though these are subject to eligibility criteria and will reduce your future payments as the advance is recovered. The most important message here is that help is available, but you need to reach out and use the resources designed specifically for older Australians. The dedicated Older Australians line at 132-300 exists because the government recognizes that seniors have unique needs and circumstances. The officers on this line have specialized training and can provide more appropriate assistance than general Centrelink staff. Do not struggle in silence or give up because the process seems overwhelming. Make the call, bring your customer reference number and any relevant documents, and ask for help. As we wrap up this comprehensive guide to Centrelink contact options for seniors, let us recap the key points. The dedicated Older Australians line is 132 300, available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Avoid calling on Tuesdays and Wednesdays if possible, and aim for mid-morning or mid-afternoon for shorter wait times. Have your customer reference number ready before you call. For after-hours self-service, use 136 240 with your customer access number and PIN. Consider using MyGov for routine tasks to avoid phone wait times altogether. Report all changes to your circumstances promptly, whether that is income, living arrangements, travel plans, or financial changes. If you have been contacted about identity verification, complete the process as soon as possible to avoid payment suspension. Remember that specialized lines exist for aged care, grandparent carers, and multilingual support. Take advantage of services like CenterPay to simplify bill management. And most importantly, do not hesitate to ask for help when you need it. Thank you so much for watching this essential guide to contacting Centrelink as a senior Australian. If you found this information helpful and it has made navigating the system a little less daunting, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more practical advice on managing your pension, understanding your entitlements, and making the most of the support available to you. Do not forget to share this video with friends, family members, or other seniors in your community who might benefit from knowing these contact numbers and tips. Together, we can help ensure that every older Australian gets the support they deserve. Until next time, take care, stay informed, and remember that help is just a phone call away at 132 300.